functional.
Did it have some like sappy thing written on it from his dead wife?
I mean, do you investigate it?
Nah, wrap it's over with.
Sure. Jericho will. He's going through his pockets.
Sure, yeah, roll an investigation.
20.
20? Yeah, there is a compartment in the back.
What's in it?
There's a compartment in the back that has a small, half-burnt picture.
Anything you can make out in it?
It looks like it was hand-drawn with crayon.
Where did they even
Nice.
get crayons?
Just wax.
Did you describe what I could see, or I missed that part?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I must have messed up. Yep, it is a small, hand-drawn parchment that's burnt on the edges that has 3 people in it. A woman, a man, and a child. Barely. The little girl has nice brown pigtails.
Jericho stares at it for a little longer than he probably meant to. But he'll place it back into the compartment where he found it and close it. And he knows just who to give this to. The Void. He tosses it over the edge. He walks up to Michael.
He eats it.
You see as Poib lowers Logain in. He was always so slow, big brother. Perhaps if you was a little faster, you'd still be alive. He just pats his chest one time with his palm. Gonna be missing you now. So,
I guess
we'll do.
I guess nobody gets old in the Blackwatch.
You got pretty old. Jericho will approach Clint and Michael. And he'll, casually, like it doesn't mean anything. He'll hold out the stopwatch compass to the younger fellow and say, "Would wager he probably meant the most to you. Or at the very least, you were the chummiest from what I've seen. He'd probably want you to have this. There's a secret to it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. I think you can make a game out of it."
Do you see Michael hold out his hand?
He drops it in.
Clasp it in both of them. Before he looks up at you. Why is it always the good that die?
Because this world ain't good. It's not for them. That's why we got to change it, right?
He just looks down at the locket. I don't think things can change.
Only one way to find out, Michael.
It's all in the attitude.
And hey, just because making this world good might be impossible is no excuse for us not to be good people.
We can at least kill more Dark Ones.
for once, I agree with you, Wolf.
I'll drink to that if I had anything to drink.
I'll see a few things. Kidding.
Everyone ready to move out? How's Zoe's situation?
You just, as you look over there, Carolyn's been trying to explain it to them that she's going to be out of it for a while, but she'll recover. Is sort of a look around, Calliope just walks over and hefts her up and throws her on her shoulder. I suppose I will handle her for now.
How much more till the peak, so to speak? Can we tell?
So it's not like a straight path because this like winds and curves,
Right.
but best guess, about another 30-40 minutes.
Okay.
As you are getting your things, you do see Channing and Jax. Well, more so Channing explaining what he knew about Logain to Jack, who kneels down and simply says, "It was an honor to fight with you." For standing back up, doing the salute, getting ready to move out. Jericho, I believe you had an idea that you might not have even known you had. Roll me a survival.
13.
Wow, that's
Okay.
very mid.
I have a guess. Can I have advantage if my guess is right?
Well, if you just tell me what you think it is, I will tell you if you're right. No,
Is it
roll.
the acid?
What about it?
We can use it to get rid of Logan's body?
No, not exactly. Erica can handle that.
Oh, okay.
Any other thoughts?
It's naturally been
Uh,
neutralized.
It has to include the acid. That's the only thing I've proposed.
Well, I would have you roll medicine for the acid. Why am I having you roll survival?
Hmm.
I don't
Oh,
know,
my survival and
hasn't
medicine are the
more
same.
shit shown up?
Okay, Mr. Ranger. Ponder that thought for a second. Why hasn't anything else shown up?
I don't know, they're distracted with something down low. Or they're planning for something up ahead.
You can roll a survival too. Greater is what
Okay. Would I get advantage on this because of monster stuff?
I think 100% so.
Skibidi bop.
20.
Okay, yeah, I think that comes to you. The Spore Queen and her brood? She was the apex predator here. Whatever else exists, it gives her a wide berth. And there's a certain smell that her spores give off. You know, because they're kind of like pheromones in a way.
I think we're picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. Well, then
Do
you
like the we do it like The Walking Dead.
I don't watch that show. What are you referring to?
He's
They cover
referring
themselves
to
in the
cover yourself in stuff.
Well, that
Yeah.
seems like a good idea.
Just start lathering yourselves. Hurry. But no, Gregor and Bradford made the rules, so
So Gregor's gonna tell you that because Bradford's not. He's not in a mood to talk about things.
Or maybe not.
We can maybe mask ourselves if we use their smell.
Well, you want to slather yourself up in their acid? I think we're already pretty covered up, if I'm being honest.
Elaborate on that point, Gregor.
Nothing else that's shown up because the queen is the apex predator. If we smell like her bird, anything else around might stay away.
Clever point, Doc. It might work. Might be able to get up there unmolested. Less loss of life. Less resources wasted. It's good. Worth a shot.
Then that seems to be the plan we're going with. Everyone, Gregor has devised a plan. We're going to cover ourselves in their spores. It might make us easier targets, but we're going to hope that it will keep us from being attacked. Doran just looks around. We'll leave in 3 minutes.
Who amongst our year ones wears half plate or breastplate? Surely one of them does.
Calliope.
Channing, it looks like.
Let's see who else. Wait a second. I just need to check something now because I'm doubting on one person.
Byron?
Nope. Okay. That's what I thought.
Lucian. Just ignore the fact that he's not even a year one.
Okay, so Byron's whole inventory got deleted.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
But he definitely wears plate because I can tell the armor calculation. That's weird. The calculation for armor's in the whatever.
Is our armor? I know it's like pretty specific to us, but can we like split gear?
You can make it work.
Might as well put Logan's armor to use. If it saves anyone's lives, then he'd be proud.
Mm-hmm.
Allocate it over to Byron then. If Channing wears plate, I'd elect him, but I don't know if he does.
He wears full plate.
I'd rather pick Channing. I think I'd have more weight with him.
Yeah.
Okay. As you hand it to him, he just says, I'm real sorry about your loss. He was a real good man.
He was a good man, but we'll make him proud.
Well, sir, I don't mean any disrespect, but I think you already have.
I appreciate that, Channing. I appreciate that. I don't know if I agree, though. Plenty of work to be done. And
Well, that's the thing about respect, sir. No matter what you think, matters what they think. Is it safe to take my armor off here?
we're not in any mist zone, so he should be, right? And the spores are dissipated?
Correct.
He should be, Channing. And thanks. You're a wise kid.
Appreciate that, sir.
If you need any help double checking, just let me know or any of your fellows.
I think Grimwald will be a bit shook up, but All right. Otherwise,
We don't know in game that Grimwald and Zoe are related, do we? Because you said that out of game.
Gregor would.
What?
Yeah, you were next to them. Actually, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
You've just been shouting
go
out for
for it.
Zoe, right?
Well,
Oh,
Just
right,
because
right.
you reach your hand out for something doesn't imply that you're blood related.
no. Before he took a shot, he said, "For my sister."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay. So would I know that?
Yeah, you were over there.
Yeah,
next
Clint
one.
was there.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you mentioned it when it's like, yeah, he's upset. His sister just died out of game, and I was like, oh shit. Grimwald always seemed the sort of guy to sit with his emotions, right?
I don't think he'll do anything rash, sir.
I'll have faith in that then.
And his gaze betrays him a bit as his eyes flicker over to.
I'll do a quick check-in. But, start putting on that armor. It's gonna take a bit.
Yes, sir. If you don't mind, I'm quite modest. I'm head behind this tree.
Walk away.
Just hide behind the giant mushroom.
I assume Grinwald is like crouching over his sister.
Correct.
Just pat him on the shoulder. Good shot.
He just looks up at you, then back to her, then up at you.
We'll keep her safe.
Sir, I'm grateful, but why did you choose her?
What do you think, Cadet? I'm curious.
You didn't know us anything.
No, I don't. I don't owe any of you nothing. I owe the Logan a lot, though. And I know Logan being the kind soul he is, the caring father he is over all of us, all of you included. If I brought him back and left your sister, he might have pushed me off the cliff.
He just looks back as he holds her hand and just does a slight nod. You wouldn't have brought him back. You would have brought someone changed.
I think so. But whoever I brought back still will be pretty pissed at me. So. That's why. Keep an eye on her. And the person holding her. Looks like Calliope. We'll make it out of here yet.
Gets up, reloads his crossbow. Don't worry, I'll be Overwatch.
Good man. I'll leave. Go begin eyeing the way forward. Seeing an appointment over there.
Gregor will hand Carolyn some bug guts to mask herself.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
you see she's like in the middle of patching up her side. Right.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. She just looks over to the underclass. As long as they're okay, I'm okay.
We'll keep them safe.
She just like walks over while she's patching and healing herself up and covering herself. just to get a little distance. It's much harder keeping them alive and ourselves.
It is. I thought one of us was gonna die. I'd rather it be me than you.
Let's make sure it's not anyone else.
Right.
And she just like grabs your arm. Don't keep doing stupid stuff like that. Before letting you go and whistling Rex as she starts covering him.
Hold on.
So you regather your stuff, get yourself covered, and begin to make your way off. But first, Gregor,
Oh,
Oh yeah, remember we made a deal for power.
did. As everyone's like making their way out, Jax comes up to you. A wolf.
yeah.
I want to explain it. The fuck is that?
Is he pointing at something?
Your arm?
In my hand, that rigger. The rigger.
Yeah, I don't think so, Wolf. It might have regrown, but it stinks.
If I pause to smell it, does it smell different?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same pungent, almost repulsive smell that you smelled before.
Where has he smelled this before? Jericho. Okay.
It certainly has a similar odor to it. But you know what? It doesn't bother you as much as it used to.
He'll nod at Jax, realizing maybe what that means.
He just looks down at you. Watching you, Wolf. Don't think
Maybe
we're on the same side that we're on the same side.
I'm glad you will. Someone should watch this. Maybe I have more in common with the leech now than I thought.
As you say that, Jericho walks past you. He says, "It's actually a good look for you."
Having my hand back? Yeah, I think so.
Well, don't really know if that's your hand. How do we? We should go.
We should.
You begin to head out. Goodbye, Matt. You served us.
Goodbye, map. You were very good.
Bye, Map. Thanks
That's your
for the
turn.
memories.
Matt.
Thanks for the trauma.
I like this map. Where did my mountain map go? Oh, that's weird. Okay. I guess that's con.
Purged.
That's right. We all know what
Did you
mountains look like.
begin scrubbing stuff in between sessions?
I
And
might
accidentally
have.
scrubbed it?
Yeah, I might have switched it somewhere else. Oh well.
Oh god. We remember what it looks like with all the faces. But not faces.
So you head up the mountain and you do hear things creaking off the side, scuttling, scurrying. As you make your way up, though, well, as expected, everything does give you way.
Nice job, Wolf. Unbothered, and all we had to do was stink. Well, usual anyway.
Things like bug guts. Ugh.
You get used to it.
Whatever works.
You see Byron sort of like walk towards y'all in the middle of this conversation. I have a question for you.
Does he say that too?
The collective view, or
The
one of us in
collective.
particular?
Oh, okay.
I suppose it might be best addressed by some, but during our first year of studies, we learned that dark ones come from living things. How were they able to come from mushrooms?
Mushrooms are alive. Type of plants. Well, I guess not plants. Some books
Did they
have
come
said
from the
that there was
mushrooms?
some type of connection amongst each other, like a hive network. So they might be smarter than they look.
Then they come from mushrooms, or do they come from bugs?
Or did it come from people, given how that thing was able to make people?
Can the very ground we're walking on become wood?
Bradford like kicks at the. He tries to dig his foot into the ground a bit to see if there's like any visible rootage, aside from like the grass.
Depends on where you walk. On the flat plateau-like areas, it's pretty dirt and root. But on the others, it's more mountainous.
No, cadet. The ground they're walking on, I don't think can. The mist kills off nature. It doesn't corrupt it, it kills it. Just like all the Dusklands.
Well, usually does.
Yeah, if you haven't picked up, this place is breaking a shit ton of rules and inventing new ones.
All the more reason for us to be moving on then.
We need to find Maven.
Right where I'm from, well, where I used to be from, we had water and even some fish in it. Wasn't the best, and quite bony and gross, but it was enough.
And back in my village at Lilyvale, in the Dusklands, we were able to grow deep root vegetables. Hardly thinks they could survive in that sort of environment. Oh, and he pats these lilies of the valley, these flowers that are kind of tucked into his belt. For some reason, the flowers there grew pretty strong as well.
That's kind of weird.
See what Jericho points out there, fully colored and beautiful flowers.
Can I do like a nature check to see if the flower is weird?
We need to roll that to determine that the flower is weird.
I'm trying to roll more for like specifics on it. You know, like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
a perfectly
roll.
fine flower is one thing, but a perfectly fine magical flower is
Quint is gonna just immediately say,
Hey, just...
how, the... how do you have living flowers in a... Wait. Are those from your hometown?
They're my town's namesake, Lily-Vale.
Hmm.
So curious.
It's certainly strange that they could grow. Not only grow, but color is the stranger thing. Because plant life exists in very, very sparse and weak ways. Like trees still exist. But not in vibrancy. They don't exist with the aroma, the color, the life that one does.
Yeah, because I imagine, like, they can't exactly pollinate, so it's hard for them to spread outside of, like, a very small patch where they're right next to each other, right?
Correct. It's like Miss Theory dictates. It's kept alive by a firmament.
What is a weird flower connected to you or something? You give it life, because there's no way that thing would normally be like this.
I'm not sure what you mean. It's just always been like that in Lilyvale. Just one of the constants of the town, I guess. One of the only positive ones.
Does your town have a dark power beneath it too?
Above it. Never mind.
Reverend shrugs half-heartedly. It's like, discussion for a different time anyways.
Agreed. And he noticeably quickens his pace.
As you say that, you hear Goddard. We have arrived. As you wrap around the corner, you see the second gate, the inner city of Sycusia. Roll perceptions.
Terrible.
I see nothing.
I see everything in retaliation of that.
Well done, Brett.
Should I throw a d6 on that? No, I should. No, 25's good. 25's fine.
25 is very good.
25, yeah, I don't need to roll for NPCs, that's enough. As you see this inner city, first off, you're coming through an area that doesn't have a closed gate. It's more of like a floral patterned white marble and bronze coating on this large open area, indicating that the pathway you were on was some sort of like a national park, something of that nature for what they had. And as you walk up to it, Bradford, you notice it. The area inside is, well, quite beautiful, as all things really are in this city. But it's not that, it's the upper ring that you notice.
And the lack thereof?
Almost like suspended in an animation. You can see the upper portion of the wall and the inner ring are in this shattered state, wherein just like the area you're in, imagine you freeze framed on an explosion in progress. All the shattered bits of the wall of the inner sanctum are all in mid-air suspended in animation.
Right, like they're being pushed out, but they just stopped. Like all the force of it just died. With a 25, can he tell if, I don't know, a fucking meteorite explosion would push that out in that pattern? Or impact, I should say.
25. You can tell for certain that
Some massive force at it.
something happened. But the fact that it's suspended in the air in animation gives credence to that might not be the scenario. So if you imagine something like this, right? Like this is where the inner wall was, and these are the fragmentations of the wall that have been exploded, that are just floating there.
Yeah, I think after rounding the corner, everyone's like looking at the marble stuff. It just kind of stops and stares at that for a solid like 10 seconds. It's like, that's interesting. Who's the closest by Machi sword? I don't want to pick Lucian. I'll go with Doran. I just kind of like elbow him like on the arm. Hey, you see that?
He looks at you, then up to it. That certainly is something.
I think that something's recent.
You see, he gets this like cocked head look at it. Let's say, that. Roll an insight.
Okay, let's roll one of those downrange real fast. Oh god, I forgot there's a character that's not good at insight. Anyways, about that not being good at insight.
You can see he's struggling to find a word that fits what he's trying to say. But you can tell it's like he doesn't want to reveal something.
Is it similar to when we were being shot by the guards, that's knowing the information is more of a detriment to us? Or could be?
Beg your pardon. He just looks at you. It wasn't like that last time we were.
What was it like last time? Just kind of waves his
Intact.
hands. Intact. Okay.
This area was shattered, but that one was intact.
I have no idea. Why? Just shakes his head. Looks at the door. This is not to my league. I don't have a clue what that is.
Well, at least you have company then. As I'm
Right.
quite perplexed as well.
Fuck. If you don't have a clue, then we're all screwed. He just whistle to general masses and point out the observations. Of just like, hey, the wall's kind of exploding out the paws in the air. It's kind of not good. If anyone else can get a read on that, that's fucking.
Oh, like the rubble is paused in the air?
Correct.
Yeah. Like you said, like it's mid explosion. Like they were being
Mhm.
pushed out by the blast, and then they
And then
were
frozen.
Which is weird that
Well-
Doran is like graviturge kind of stuff. It's weird that he like doesn't know this.
Well, yeah. As he